The mail is here! Yes, the mail is here! Ah! G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from down under. Yes, mail! I got mail in the mailbox at home. Now, most of the time I do get my mail sent to work if it's like a bigger parcel or something that's a little bit more expensive, because I don't like expensive packages being left on the front doorstep or in the mailbox. But when I get just a couple of small things, something that's just a little bit cheaper, I don't mind sending it home to the mailbox. Just so happens I've actually got a day off work today and mail landed in the mailbox. How cool is that? What do I got? Couple of parcels, of course. First we'll open this one up. Yes! Blast from the Past on Blu-ray. Oh man, I love this movie. Brendan Fraser, Alicia Silverstone, Sissy Spacek, Christopher Walken. Of course, this is not a Disney movie, but I love this. This comes from import CDs. Usually I would order this kind of thing from Amazon.com, but they've just been really bugging me lately, especially with this whole Amazon Disney thing that is still going on. On top of that, things are just getting really expensive to import from the US for one reason or another. So import CDs, 15 bucks Australian. This probably would have cost me about $20-25 Australian to go through Amazon. Import CDs is a really, really good place to go to now, and I think it's going to be my go-to place when I'm importing Blu-rays from the US. But one little tip, if you are going to go that route, go to eBay. They have eBay stores which are targeted specifically for different regions. So for example, import CDs _AU, import CDs Australia, where I picked this up from. It ships from the exact same place as the importcds.com website, but the prices are more specific to different regions around the world, so you do actually get the best deal. And these I also got from Import CDs. I'm so excited. Let me rip this open and pretend that I haven't already opened it and had a look at them, which I have. But there you go. This is what we're taking a look at today. These are the Disney Karaoke series, Beauty and the Beast and Moana. Now, I didn't get them because I'm a huge karaoke fiend, because I'm actually not. I'm not really a big fan of karaoke at all. I have a terrible singing voice. But I picked these up because a subscriber of mine actually brought this guy to my attention. The interesting thing is that these three, of course, karaoke is like instrumental versions of songs. But what this subscriber said was that these are actually so good that they almost sound like they could be the actual recordings from the movie. So I went to iTunes, I had a little listen, and I mean, it was so convincing that yes, these are the studio recordings for the movie without the vocal track over the top. And I thought that would be a cool addition to have. Of course, I have both Moana and Beauty and the Beast on deluxe edition. I saw they had the Moana one there, so I picked up both of these. Of course, these deluxe ones, you get the songs, you get the score, you get demos, outtakes, all that kind of stuff. And then why not add an extra disc where you can get instrumental versions of the songs? So as I said, I was completely convinced that they are the studio recordings. They sound so good. Usually when you think of karaoke, you think of these really poorly made instrumentals made on a computer with sounds like someone's playing on a keyboard or just some electronic instruments. Always sounds terrible. But these sound really good. So I got them, I had a listen to them, and they sound really convincing, but there's just something about them that was a little bit off. Some of the tracks sound really great, some of the tracks don't sound that great. Then I did a little bit of research, and by research I mean I actually read the back of the CD. And of course here we can see it says, songs do not contain actual artists or character vocal performances or original recordings from the film. There you go, these are not actually the original studio recordings from the movies, but they are so convincing that I sort of don't care. These were 10 bucks each, and they sound so good. For a karaoke thing, they sound like the real deal. They sound like they're the original tracks from the movie minus the vocals. And look, I think that's a great addition to the collection. You get this nice set that complements each other, and they really do. Down to the design of these sets, they really do complement these actual soundtracks. There's a little bit of thought has actually gone into this. I'm going to give you like a proper unboxing sort of thing of these. I wasn't actually going to do a proper unboxing, but I'm going to give you an unboxing and like a comparison of the soundtracks with the karaoke series soundtrack as well, just so you can get a good idea of what these include. So let's take a look at that right now. Okay, so here they are right here, the Disney Karaoke series, Beauty and the Beast and Moana. First, let's take a look at Beauty and the Beast. And we're going to compare it with, of course, the 2-disc deluxe edition soundtrack. Now if we open this up, we can notice this really nice disc artwork. If you saw my video unboxing for the deluxe edition the other day, you'll notice that this disc artwork is actually very similar to the artwork they used on the actual soundtrack discs. The logo up the top, of course, the only difference is you've got this shiny logo here. This is more matte, but it does carry over this really nice motif of this little design here that sort of carries across. So yeah, they've put in some sort of effort to actually make these two sets sort of complement each other in that way. As far as comparisons go though, that's probably just about it. When we do open this up, we've got a little booklet here, and unlike the deluxe edition which has pictures and everything, all we really get in here is the lyrics, but this motif does carry across through the pages of this book here too. So it's a little bit different, but they have made some sort of an effort to make these two sets complement each other, so that if you do have them both in your collection, it is like sort of a, you know, an addition to this soundtrack here. Likewise with the MOANA sets, we've got very similar discs here too. If this one open, you've got this nice tribal sort of design there. And we get this deluxe edition soundtrack here. And again, very similar artwork that carries across through all of the discs. And of course the MOANA logo up the top, very similar size logo. Look, they have done this really well. With collectors in mind, I'm sure of it. You know, if this was like a 3-disc collection, and that was a 3rd disc in the collection, like you wouldn't even know. How cool is that? The MOANA booklet with the karaoke disc is a little nicer than the Beauty and the Beast one, wherein we open it up and we get lots of these nice little images in there. Really beautiful design, all these great pictures. And we'll compare that with this book. Again, it's quite different, but it's enough to sort of complement the set. Anyway, I just really love that about the two sets. We'll take a look here at the back of both sets just very briefly. Of course, down this side, we have the instrumental versions of the songs from the film listed. Both films, you get 8 tracks each. And then, of course, you get the vocal versions as well. I thought these might have actually been isolated vocal tracks of perhaps Emma Watson singing, Luke Evans, whatever. But, of course, it is not. They're not even isolated vocal tracks. It's just the karaoke versions with some random person singing over the top. So this section of the disc is pretty average. Don't need that. When I import these into iTunes, I will not be importing the vocal versions on, because it's just like some random doing a cover version of these songs. If you don't want to actually buy the CDs, you can buy these on iTunes, and on iTunes all you get is the 8 tracks. But I found that these were exactly the same price as the iTunes one, so I thought, again, I'm going to pick these up physically. Apart from that, it's a couple of very simple sets, and again, I've really only bought them to complement my other sets there, to get like sort of a complete listening experience. Once I have it all in iTunes, and I'll have the songs, I'll have the score, I'll have the song to an isolated score track. Look, I'm really happy with these. And for the sake of the price, I think they're worth picking up. Okay, so that was, of course, the karaoke series Beauty and the Beast and MOANA. As I said, I'm really impressed by these. They're so convincing. These sound fantastic. And I'm really happy to be able to add these to my iTunes along with the original score. You know, they are sort of like additional score pieces without vocals. Even if you're not into karaoke, but this is sort of something that interests you, the price on these is really good. They're really cheap. Now, I'm not too sure how karaoke works, but apparently if you chuck them in a karaoke machine, which is hooked up to your TV or hooked up to like a karaoke monitor or whatever, it will actually play graphics. It'll play the lyrics and you'll be able to read along with the song. They will also work on a regular CD player, and you can import the tracks to iTunes or do whatever. Look, I'm happy I bought them. A little bit disappointing that they aren't actually the original studio recordings, but I'm really happy with them because they sound great and they're just like a nice little addition to the collection, and that's what they're all going to look like on the shelf together. Really nice. I like that. Okay, well, that is about all to cover on them. There's not too much to cover with all of that. Thank you for watching. If you are a new viewer to my channel, this is the very first video of mine you stumbled across and you like what you've seen, please give me a little bit of support, and after the jump, hit subscribe. To all my regular viewers, thank you once again for joining me. To absolutely everybody out there, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until then though guys, take care, and I hope you have a magical day.